Hi, and welcome to the Wyoming State Library. My name is Paige Bradenkamp. I am the school library consultant here at the WSL, and I want to share with you some of the ways that the WSL supports school libraries in Wyoming. Throughout this presentation, I want you to keep in mind that you can contact me anytime here at the State Library. Here's my phone number, my email address, as well as my Twitter handle. You can find me on Facebook. And also, this webinar is being recorded. The recording will be posted on the webinar archives on the WSL website, as well as on the Wyoming State Library YouTube channel. Along with the recording, you will find the PDF of the slide presentation. All of the information that I share with you today, all of these resources, you will be able to find links to on this slide presentation. Before I get started, I would like to share what the Wyoming library landscape looks like. We have 23 public libraries, one for each county in Wyoming, as well as branch libraries in each county. We have the University of Wyoming Library, we have 7 community college libraries, and we have approximately 272 K-12 libraries throughout Wyoming. All of the resources that I share with you today can be found via the Wyoming State Library website. That is at library.wyo.gov. One of the most critical things you can do as a school librarian in Wyoming is to join the School Librarian Listserv. This is through the Wyoming Library Association. You do not need to be a member of the WLA in order to be on the listserv, but it is beneficial if you are a member of the WLA. However, you can contact me at any time and I can add you to the listserv. And this is a way to stay informed about the events and the news happening in the school library community throughout Wyoming. It's also a way for school library staff to post anything that's happening in their communities to let the rest of us know. So it's a two-way street. You can get informed, but you can also help to inform the school library community. The Wyoming State Library hosts webinars each month. I put out webinars, and also our database, Instruction Librarian, hosts Database of the Month webinars if you're interested in the GoWyld.net resources, which I will be discussing a little bit later. I also publish a newsletter, a school library newsletter, mostly each month. And those are something that contain news about new events, as well as links to resources that you can use that aren't necessarily Wyoming State Library resources. One of the biggest things that the State Library does is gathers data through this annual school library survey. This is a statewide survey, and it's done on a volunteer basis, but all of the data is made available on the website. The statistics can be used for advocacy. If you are trying to request funds from your district, you can use the data to show your library's value. You can see that I have added a couple of infographics that I created using statistics from the school library survey. This is just another way that you can use data to show how your library program is doing, how students use the library. Assistive technology and talking books can also be accessed through the Wyoming State Library website. If you're looking for Wyoming-specific primary source information, you can utilize the Wyoming State Library digital collections. In these, we have the Wyoming Newspaper Project, which is newspapers that have been digitized from the 1800s, and they are newspapers from all over Wyoming, even some towns that are no longer in existence, but we do have quite a collection of newspapers. Wyoming Places highlights different places in Wyoming and gives a little bit of history, great reference tool. Wyoming Publications has digitized state documents from agencies all over Wyoming. Wyoming Inventors, Wyoming Trademarks, both highlight inventions and inventors that are Wyoming based. And we have complete legislative sessions and easily accessible recordings from some of our later legislative sessions. GoWYLD.net is a portal of database tools, and they are free to students and educational institutions. The GoWYLD.net databases are actually free to any resident in Wyoming who has a current public library card. But these are great for using in teaching and for research. One of the examples here is the Britannica Online. There are tools through here that go all the way down to pre-K. Great tool, very fun, videos, magazines, research articles, but you can access these databases like this free in your school and at home. There are also test prep resources if you need practice taking the ACT or any other career tests. There's job search databases, computer skills tools, and driver training practice exams. You can access all of these for free through GoWYLD.net. There are also early literacy resources like Bookflix that you can use at school year-round. GoWYLD.net offers a huge catalog of ebooks that are available to check out for free. These run the gamut of fiction, nonfiction, chapter books, YA, and again, free once you sign up with your public library card. You can download audiobooks and magazines through GoWYLD.net. And as a bonus, the Wyoming State Library puts together monthly marketing kits that help you promote these resources to your students and faculty. These marketing kits provide downloadable resources like posters and bookmarks that help you promote these resources in your school and community. If you're looking to further your library education, McMurry grants are available. They're available for continuing education and also conferences if you're interested in attending. The McMurry grants are also available if you're looking to increase resources in your school library. Perhaps you need new books, or you just want to add to your makerspace, or maybe get a makerspace. And McMurry grants are available for that too. Central Acquisitions is a program that we offer through the State Library that allows you to get discounts on books when you order through the Central Acquisitions program. Put a link on the slides that will take you to a page that has more information about the Central Acquisitions program. The WSL, in addition to collecting and storing publications from state agencies, offers a professional collection where you can check out books that have to do with your professional development or for management of your school library. There are great books about makerspaces in your library. There are books about technology in your library. These books are available through interlibrary loan, or there are also several professional collection titles in the cloud library as an ebook. If you've been wondering where you can find certain resources that you need, there is an easy way to search, and that is through WYLDCat. This is the online catalog for Wyoming libraries, and anybody can use it. You can use it to find resources for your students. Your teachers can use this to find resources. And it's just an online public access catalog, but this one searches everything in Wyoming. And it's a great resource if you're looking for titles and resources and you would like to know if there are any nearby in your local communities. This will help you find resources at your local public library, or if it's not so local, you can interlibrary loan it through this site. Another way to stay up to date with the library community in Wyoming is to subscribe to the Outrider. This contains information about libraries of all types in Wyoming, and that does include school libraries. Anything that's coming around the bend as far as events that are about to occur, you can find here in the Outrider. It is published every month, and it's a great way to stay up to date with things that are happening in the Wyoming library community, and it's free. Another free resource is the Continuing Education Calendar that is published monthly by the WSL. This contains information about free events, usually webinars, that are occurring around the nation, and they are relevant to all types of libraries. If you are on the school library listserv, you also get a list of the CE events that are happening that are relevant specifically to school librarians. This is also free. You can subscribe to the calendar, or you can subscribe to the listserv and have the list sent to you each month via PDF or Word document. One of the events that's coming up is Wyoming Snapshot Day. This happens each year, and libraries of all types highlight what's happening in their libraries via photos. And this year the event is held October 9th. You can take pictures of your library and programs that are happening, collaboration that's taking place. Take pictures that day or anytime that week and send them to Susan Mark, who will then post them. And it's just a great way to share all of the wonderful, fantastic things happening in school libraries as well as other libraries throughout Wyoming. It's a great advocacy tool. It just promotes libraries. Wyoming State Library, as well as other librarians, are on social media. There is the School Libraries Interest Group Facebook group. You can join that. There's the Youth Services Librarians group. There's also the WSL Facebook page. YouTube, the WSL has a YouTube channel. You can connect with me on Twitter. There are several school librarians on Twitter. You can also access the Wyoming Library Association and the Wyoming Library Directory if you're looking for specific librarians or who might be the librarian at any particular school. Contact me to get on the school library listserv, and that is another great way to stay in touch with school librarians around Wyoming. Here is the slide that lists links to the resources that I've discussed in this presentation. This is by no means comprehensive. It's just some of the things that I've hit on during this short webinar, but it's a great way to get started with building the school library community around Wyoming. Again, my contact information. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. So thank you and have a wonderful day.